was Gachagua hoodwinked out of the government? Because he refused this agenda.
Okay.
It was of more international politics than the local politics.
So that's where the truthful man thing comes in.
The people who are advocating for his removal, they are all gays. All the member of parliament you saw speaking loudly and strongly, fervently supporting it and saying this man has to go, they are all gays. The people with the Donis, the people with all those kind of people, I don't want to mention them, but let it be, all those guys, they are all gays, they are known.
Wow.
They are well known. And the money that Ruto really used, about 70% of the money he used for campaign were from the gay community. And number two, the people you're seeing who are now given money by the government to go and do rallies across the nation in support of the government, they themselves, like the people in Muranga, 50% of them who are organizers, they are from the gay community. Yes. Again, there are many things moving around. You discover it is well calculated. It's a gay community thing because those are the people who formed this government through their finances. They financed the government so that they can be able to raise their flag here. They can be able to raise their altars here. That's why the wife of Joe Biden came to Kenya. That is why this woman in the embassy was here because she was a lesbian. And they were here to make sure that agenda succeeds. So for Gachagua, he refused and said, no, I cannot be able to agree with this one. But the other side of the system, you discover most of the sons and daughters of the politicians of the other side, they are all gays and lesbians. Yeah. So you see how it came in, how they were captured, how they got in, because gayism and lesbianism is an altar that controls nations. That's what Lucifer uses to manipulate and control and raise a specific altar that will make sure the Luciferic agenda thrives in the world. That is why the truth man came. The truth man, it came from that. Not because of the politics we are seeing. It is not about the politics we are seeing. It was much deeper. Because it is Joe Biden and Obama who said Gachagua must go. So that's why the CIA guy was here to make sure Gachagua goes. That's why the MI6 guy was here to make sure Gachagua goes. And look at when Kindiki was sworn in. It was 1st of 11. That is the night that they have the Halloween dinner. So it was a ritual that was well organized, so to perfect, because they really needed Kenya as an altar so that they can be able to win the world. Because Kenya is a seed of mankind. It's a seed that controls, the seed that will be the platform for the revival of the gospel. Therefore, they needed Kenya more than anything else so that they can get it. But now, unfortunately, the Murima people, and that's why again it was saying, Usibora usiguze Murima. Because they wanted to hit the Murima. You know, there's this story about, I know you've been hearing about it, that the Ark of the Covenant is in the mountain. If you trace it biblically, you find that when they were in Ethiopia, the Menelik came downwards to the mountain that was beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. That is where they brought the Ark of the Covenant. You see, the Israelis today, they are guarding Mount Kenya as though it is theirs. The American today, they are guarding Mount Kenya as though it's theirs. The British is guarding Mount Kenya as though it is theirs because they know the secret behind it. So that's why it's good to nasema usiguse nini Mlima, because we know where the ark is. We know the secret of the Mlima. It is not just an ordinary Mlima. Again, I don't know whether I'll be able to mention to pronounce it properly. Abel Kalam, Albe Kalam, the Africa, the name of Africa was not Africa. Africa is a name of a warrior, an Italian warrior who came and did battle in the land, sub-Saharan Africa, and won the battle against the Africans. So after winning, his man was called Africanus. So when he won the battle, he named us his name, Africa. But the actual name, if you go to the original maps, you find we had Libya, we had Ethiopia, and we had Nubi, the Nubians. The Nubians and the Sudanese, these are the people who held captive the children of Israel. These are the people who walitesa wana wa Israeli miaka 400. They are the Sudanese and the Nubians. That is why they have never seen peace and they will never see peace. That's biblical. The number of pyramids in the world are remaining in Sudan, not in Egypt. Because Egypt was not there, the other side. Egypt was this part of Sudan. So if you come down one, you find the cradle. Abel Kalam means the cradle of man, not the cradle, the Garden of Eden. Now, the other part of Ethiopia coming down to South Africa, that is where the Garden of Eden is. And that is where River Euphrates and all those rivers, they are all here. But the history of us being the people who are supposed to be in the Bible was taken away by the white people. And then they wrote it, Akina Nimrod, they wrote it as though it is theirs. But if you look clinically, you discover that Africa is the cradle of mankind. If you go to the historian, they will say, the first fossil was found where? The first fossil of a human being. Mfupa ya kwanza.
In Africa?
In Kenya, Turkana. The first, the oldest of the oldest was discovered in Turkana. And then if you come to the Bible, you look at it properly, you will find that Kenya is where the Bible describes Kenya, Ethiopia, because you look at the book of Isaiah chapter number 18, it speaks of the country that is beyond the rivers of Ethiopia. You go and read it, you find it. Where
Isaiah
chapter number 18. And verse number 3 says, when they will raise a banner in the mountain. Notice that. And when they will blow a trumpet in the mountain, then the glory of God will come. You see, it's only in Kenya, in Mount Kenya, where we have a banner, there's a flag in the mountain, where a trumpet was blown in the mountain, only in Kenya, not anywhere in the world. Kenya was not there. All this part was Ethiopia. According to the previous, if you look at the maps, we didn't have Kenya, we didn't have, we had Sudan, we had the other part of the part towards downwards was Ethiopia. And Ethiopia, that is where King Solomon aliishi. That is where Jesus alikuja kufichwa. You know, Jesus used to speak the Amharic language. Amharic language is an Ethiopian language, meaning Africa is the cradle man. And that is why the entire world is interested. And where is the center of the world? It is in Kenya. And because you see the equator cuts Kenya into two pieces. It is in Kenya where you have the center. Where is the center? The actual center of the world, where is it? It's at the GPO. At the GPO, there is a stone. Have you ever seen it? There's Equity Bank and the GPO this other side. In the middle, there is a stone and a toilet there. That stone, it is the center of the world. It was put there by the Queen of England. That is where, and that's where two roads meet. The major road, the Trans-Saharan Highway. That is this Uru Highway. That is Transnational Highway, and also the Great North Road. They meet at the GPO. The one, the Kenyatta Avenue, going to Karatina, and also going that way, where the two roads meet. That is the center of the world. And those are the roads that is in the Bible, in the book of Isaiah 35.
Wow. I hope you guys have learned. And tukimalizia, Apostle, kuna bill mpya yenye inasukumwa saizi, na imesukumwa na Mark Mwenje, Muriithi MP Embakasi. Harvesting of human bodies after wamekufa.
Yeah. So, sasa hapo inakupatia who were in the Shakahola. Was it Mackenzie or the government?
Mackenzie said it. This shit is it's much deeper than you think.
Yes. They are coming now out. Tuachie hapo tukutini. Shakahola is answered.
Serious?
Yeah. That's an answer to Shakahola. They were harvesting.
So right now, it's that wanataka kuillegalize.
Wanataka kuillegalize ndio ikuwe normal, because this is part of the demonic agenda.
No, ile nini akware? The bodies that were found.
The same thing, the same Shakahola thing. Those were horror things that were being done. These people in the government, I wish you can get a deeper into them. That is, you'll be shocked to see what kind of business they do. You'll be shocked to understand what kind of human being that we're having as your leaders. They're so dangerous. If they can chase a deputy president because he has refused to give his back to somebody.
Serious?
Yes.
Serious?
He refused to eat it.
Yo.
Cheki, angalia, JCM, what is happening? People are being slaughtered. Is the other time you hand the one guy alihit watu wawili na akawaua and nothing happened. Angalia wakati another DJ aliua kijana because amekataa na hiyo kitu. What happened?
Na alafu wana twist story iko ni issue nyingine.
Angalia hii ya huyu msichana wa Nakuru. It will be twisted, she will be in the yeye ndiye atablemiwa.
Si ndio?
Yeah, yeye ndiye atablemiwa. It is a world of its own. It is a world, iko na mapastors, iko na mabishop, iko na mapolitician, iko na mapolisi, iko na DCI.
Na hizi zina erupt side ya mapastors. Christianity iko na scandals mingi.
Ziko nyingi because those are the people who are driving the agenda. Hiyo ya gay na ya lesbians is being driven from the pulpit because it is an altar. So who are doing it because the money pastors are doing it because they are funded. Unakuta mtu amevuma kuvuma. Why huyu mtu anavuma? Kumbe kuna fund zingine, kuna vitu zingine zinafanyika, kuna kafara.
Tell me about the Masonic sword.
The Masonic sword, when I went, unanikumbuka kuna wakati nilienda kuiba huko kwa Masonic.
Umesema umeamua kukua mwizi.
Yeah. Unajua tuliambiwa, kuna mtu alituambia inside kuna vitu zote huko ni za gold. Masafuria ni za gold.
Wewe kitu yenye ulikuwa ukitaka ni gold.
Ni gold.
Umesema lazima utajirike.
Nilisoma, though I was not a Christian, lakini nilisoma Biblia, ikaniambia vitu zote they are meant for the righteous, for the people of God. And I counted myself as a person of God. Na watu wa shetani wanafanya nini na gold? So nikaenda kuiba. Yeah, bring him back to the people of God. So I didn't know hizi vitu ni spiritual. So wakati niliingia huko ndani, tumeanza kupora tukiweka nje vitu na pick up imekuja.
How long did it take you to just plan?
It was no, when we got the wind of what is inside there, ni kama leo jioni. Tukapangana kesho tunaingia huko. Roju. Ni pesa. Mimi ni Mkikuyu.
Wewe ni pesa unatafuta.
Ni pesa. Unasikia kiti moja imetengenezwa na gold 18 carats. Kiti moja. Na ni viti hiyo nyumba yote truly.
Nani alikuwa akiwapatia hiyo intel?
Kuna soja moja alikuwa anafanya kazi hapa. Ukienda hapo kwa gate utakuta masoja.
Hii yenye kwa hapa.
Hii hapa Nyerere. Hapo kwa gate tu utakuta kuna masoja wako hapo. Au masoja wanakanga Islands. Wanaangalianga tu matajiri.
Hata sasa ni uoga ndio inafanya waka Islands awani.
Wanaonanga tu matajiri wakiingia. They don't know what is happening, though they know what is happening.
Alafu wameuzia uoga.
Na wameuzia uoga ukijaribu ku. Sasa huyo soja moja akakuja akatuambia hapa kuna mali. Si ndio tulikuwa tumeendea, wacha tuingie huko ndani. Tulipoingia ni kama sasa tuliingia kwenye hall. Alafu simeingia mlango mwingine hapa na hii mlango. Sasa tukavunja ile ya kwanza, tukavunja hii ya pili, tukatoa zile vitu zote zilikuwa huko tukaziweka nje. Kanta zilikuwa zimepakiwa sasa ni kuwekelea.
Unawahamisha.
So wakati kumalizia tu hivi kukatokea skeleton 3. Ziko na macho tu hivyo, uko na macho yako. Macho normal, lakini ingine yote ni skeleton walking towards us. Wacha nikwambie. I was a commander. But I sacked myself immediately. Kama tungewekwa na Usain Bolt hivi.
Hapo ndo jange malingume ndio imetoka.
We left everything apart from the book. Tulibeba tu kitabu yao, register yao, members. Hiyo tu ndio tulifaulu kubeba. But the rest, we never took anything.
Hadi kanta zenu mliacha huko.
Mpaka magari tuliacha kuzizi. Gari moja naionanga hapo nini Kilimani police station iliyosea hapo.
Sasa nani alizipeleka? Watchman mwenyewe aliwapeleka.
Kupeleka nini?
Like sasa hizo magari.
Si polisi wakuja. The GSU were sent. They came and told. Nikashikwa. That's the time I faced the real torture of my life.
How was it?
Ndio nilifinywa.
Inglenye watu wanafinyangwa. Story mingi tutafanya.
Unafinywa mpaka unapatiana nickname ya mama yako.
Ile andani.